Now, here's Rick Campanelli.
Ashley Greene is ready for the punk rock movement, taking us all the way back to the 1970s and leaving the Twilight saga behind.
Part of me is kind of relieved that we're stopping because I don't ever, it's nice to end on a high note. And it's nice to have, the extra time to do stuff like this because sometimes, you're working 7 months on a film, you miss a lot of other opportunities.
So with Twilight wrapped, Ashley has found a gig as the face of DKNY and now joins Mullen, Taylor, and Johnny in CBGB.
The cast is kind of an all-star cast and the script is amazing, and I was, really honored and excited that, Lisa Crystal is actually one of the producers on this, so the fact that she would allow me to play her and kind of give her blessing was really cool.
Yes, Ashley takes on the role of Lisa, the daughter behind the scenes helping her father Hilly keep the club afloat when financially it was about to sink.
Since you spend all the money you make, you don't have any money to spend.
Being part of this film, is there something that you can give us that you've learned about this club?
I think a lot of times you just hear about, people getting drunk and the crazy music and the antics of the bands, but at the end of the day, I think everyone really cared about each other, and so that's kind of a nice side to see of it.
Hey everybody, I'm Cheryl Hickey. Now there's more to this story, and for all of that and the full version, visit etcanada.com and watch ET Canada weeknights on Global. Hey, thanks everybody for visiting etcanada.com. I'm Cheryl Hickey. Now enjoy the following uncut interview.
Have you been to the club?
The original one I didn't go to.
Okay.
No, unfortunately. I've seen lots of pictures and heard lots of stories. I talked to my parents about it because it's more, they know more about it than I do. But I feel like in New York it's kind of, I've definitely gotten kind of this idea about it, asking a lot of people in the music industry there. And I think they did a really great job at replicating it, and there have been a lot of, musicians who are portrayed in this film and people who've stopped by who have nothing but good things to say about it. So
they're actually, aside from Hilly's desk here, the bar is the same bar, you knew this I'm sure from CBGB. So working in that room, on that set, in that stage setup, in the bar setup, do you feel the spirit of this legendary place?
There's definitely, an energy there, and it's, the phone booth, and a lot of they pulled as much as the original stuff as they could, and I definitely do. I mean, that is one part of it, and I think another part is that there are a lot of people here who were either actually firsthand involved in keeping CBGB alive, or people who basically lived that club and loved it, people who got their start there. So I feel like between there actually being parts of CBGB there and then people there who were a part of it, you can definitely feel that energy.
To go on with the character you play, Lisa, the daughter of Hilly, she's actually involved.
Yeah.
A producer as well, and she's been on set. So is it tough to play someone that's actually lived through
it is, it's a mixture. It's a lot of pressure, but it's definitely a positive source to have on set. But you definitely want to do someone justice, and you definitely want to portray them correctly, but also be able to kind of have a little artistic freedom, and knowing that I don't see myself the way that other people see myself or see me. So I don't necessarily, I know how she sees herself, but I want to know how other people did. So it's great to have her here, but it's also great to have, Jody has been one of the producers, and Randy, the director, have been really amazing because they do know a lot of people involved. So it's a mixture.
So talking about the accent and the dialect, and has that been pretty challenging to nail, or?
The actual accent wasn't that, knock on wood, because I still have scenes to film, but hasn't been that difficult. I think, a large part of it is just having her here and being to speak to her, and she's really, really great about being like, I'll Skype with you, anything you need, anything you want to know, I'll show you pictures. So this source of information that's incredible. But also Vivian is the dialect coach on set, and she is amazing to me because, she's working with a ton of different people on a ton of different accents from a ton of different places, and still manages to kind of hone in on what you need to know. So I worked with her for about an hour, at my house, and then the rest of it's just literally right before the scene, her kind of going, okay, remember this, down inflection, or remember this and that, and it's been luckily pretty easy.
What kind of accent is it?
It's, a little bit of Jersey,
Yeah.
and a little bit of Bowery, what it was then, not what it is now. Being able, I think whenever you're surrounded or around a certain thing, you kind of take on, not even that she necessarily lived on Bowery, but you kind of take on and act a certain way to protect yourself,
Sure,
like a defense
an
mechanism.
attitude,
Yeah, if you are walking in a dark neighborhood and you look like you're frightened, or you think someone's going to steal your purse, they probably are, because they know that they can. But if you walk around and kind of take on the mannerisms that they do, they don't really notice you as much, at least in my experience. So I think there's a little bit of kind of that that rough, kind of protective characteristic about her accent, and then you have the Jersey, but it's not like Jersey Shore, so
No.
don't get that confused.